Welcome to the University of Michigan Dentistry podcast series, promoting oral health care worldwide. As a member of the class of 1978 in the University of Michigan School of Dentistry, I'd like to welcome you here and introduce you to the Pilot Program in Dentistry, or PPD, to help you understand how it is organized and how you might fit into the picture. Throughout this presentation, various candid comments offered by the faculty and my fellow classmates regarding their involvement in the Pilot Program will be inserted along with demonstrations of equipment and methods to help you better understand the program. Initiated on a part-time scale in 1971, the PPD program was designed to enable 30 students from each class to proceed at their own pace. Each year, these 30 students are selected from members of the freshman class wishing to enroll in the PPD. It is funded through a federal grant originally designed with the intention of producing a format enabling students to progress at varying rates through the coursework and graduate after meeting all the objectives of the school and not necessarily after 9 terms of study. Possible benefits to you other than early graduation may be additional time in general clinical practice or in a specialty clinic, or opportunities for time to be spent in research or some other specialty area. Continual effort is being applied to refine the existing course materials by eliminating overlap of content and reducing lecture time to a most effective minimum. Dr. Robert Laurie offers a faculty viewpoint.
Now we're using TV and slide tapes in very clear, precise, very well outlined handouts that the students can understand. All this coupled together, I think, has, and the organization of our thoughts to clear objectives has really made all the faculty members also, I think, more concentrated and more conscious of what's going on in the department. And it's brought our thoughts together, I think, and we have more of a unified approach to the entire program.
You will find that the study requirements in the DDS program are substantially greater than those in most undergraduate programs. The standard program requires you to spend an average of approximately 7 hours each day in class or laboratory. Study time will then have to be chosen from the remaining hours of the week. Needless to say, your ability to organize your learning in a most efficient and effective way is very important. The PPD is a method to help you do this. There are important factors to consider when deciding on the option to enroll. These factors may be advantages or disadvantages depending on your own individual personality. The first is that normal lecture attendance in the PPD course is not required. This means that you decide when you will study a particular course. You can schedule your study times around personal habits, concentrate on certain subjects for longer times, and do not have to break into study periods to attend lectures.
This way, instead of going to lectures, if you have the option of not going, I can utilize the time studying, in which I have been, and you can get in an awful lot of hours studying rather than sitting and taking notes. And I found that to be very advantageous.
You also have the flexibility to work ahead in certain subjects or spend more time with troublesome courses. On the other hand, this freedom may allow you to fall behind to the point where the remaining time will not permit satisfactory completion of a subject you let slide.
We offered this program to a total of 150 freshmen. It ended up about 64 of them opted for it. And in asking questions of the freshman class at another point, it was found that the major reason that students weren't interested is that they were afraid they'd fall behind. Frequent comments on the sheets that were returned to us were, I've never been good at motivation, self-motivation. I need deadlines. I need someone poking me. And I need to know when my tests are so that I can keep up with the material. So I think that is a very key point about motivation.
Jim, I think some students, too, need to have the security that everybody else is in the same boat, and the fellow on this side and this side is doing the same thing I'm doing, so I can relate. But in this program, there may be somebody really behind you and really far ahead of you, but you're all working individually. And would threaten that type of individual.
It's nice to have that option, though, to be able to strike out on your own, more or less. And if you feel that you're a strong enough individual to do that, I really enjoy having the option to do it.
A second factor of the program to consider is that most of your information and instruction in the PPD courses is presented through various media formats. An example is workbooks with carefully written, clear course objectives to guide your study in a subject. These workbooks usually supplement or may be a substitute for a standard text. They may contain, in addition to the objectives, reading assignments, new information, exercises, and a self-test covering the assignment. When specific manipulative skills or procedures need to be presented, or visual demonstrations seem helpful to the understanding of certain subject matter, television programs are utilized. Here is a segment of a technique demonstration.
If you'll notice, as we extend into these grooves or approach a marginal ridge, we will tip the head of the handpiece in order to avoid thinning the marginal ridge. You can see on this distal right here how we tip backwards. If I maintain an upright position, you'll see that I will undermine the enamel at that point. So tip towards these margins and tip into your grooves in order to maintain the enamel.
In addition, some materials are written to accompany sound slide presentations. Also, self-tests and quizzes are available on computer terminals. The videotapes, sound slide programs, computer self-quizzes, and selective workbooks are available to all the students and may be viewed once or as many times as the student feels is necessary to learn the material. The significant difference to you as a PPD student is that you will not be required to attend lectures in those courses developed for the program. You will be responsible only for the material as stated in the objectives covering each subject module or segment.
Then what kind of effect that the clarification of objectives has on the way you study, knowing what you're going to be tested on, knowing very clearly what the objectives of a particular course or module are. What kind of effect does this have on?
Your objectives are already stated for you, so you know what you have to accomplish. And I think right now all of us are mature enough to direct ourselves, and I feel that you have the objectives there, so you know what you have to do, and it's just a matter of you choosing what time that you're going to do these things. So I feel the flexibility is definitely a good thing.
Checkpoints are inserted in key areas to ensure that your progress is accurate and timely. If instructor assistance is required by the student having problems understanding the material, special office hours or question and answer sessions will be established by the staff. Dr. Gerald Charbonneau offers a faculty viewpoint.
This is really making more effective use out of instructors' time to do it's more the troubleshooting rather than the full teaching aspect.
The non-PPD students will be expected to attend regular lectures to supplement their text reading and proceed in the conventional way. The individual enrolled in this program should exhibit a high degree of self-initiative and organization, since the program presents the means to learn course material but says, here it is. You determine for yourself how and when you learn the material.
If you're the type of person, and like she said, I don't think everybody is, but if you're the type of person that can motivate, I believe that you can go ahead, and maybe not time-wise, but I think you can get more experience in the same amount of time and concentrate more on the things that you feel are more important.
The program is not for everyone. If you need a regular lecture, regular class meeting, regular exams, and the like to keep you moving and on track, then perhaps the program is not for you. The PPD program has not been developed to the point where it covers every course leading to the DDS degree. At the present time, a few selective courses have been prepared and are now part of the PPD program. Other courses are being developed and the status is continually changing. In summary then, it's fair to say that the PPD program is not for all students. It simply is a method of studying and organizing the curriculum which has been found more beneficial for certain students. During this presentation, we have highlighted the principal points of the PPD program. The choice of whether or not you feel this program is for you can only be made by you. Contact the Department of Educational Resources for a current listing of courses offering the PPD sections.
You've been listening to a presentation from the University of Michigan School of Dentistry, which is dedicated to supporting open learning and open educational resources. This recording is licensed under the Creative Commons. It may be reused and redistributed for nonprofit use. Please attribute materials to the University of Michigan School of Dentistry and redistribute under this same license. For more information on how this and other University of Michigan School of Dentistry recordings may be used, visit www.dent.umich.edu/license.